no introduction. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to begin. We're getting all of these results in from, of course, here in New York City, but New Jersey, Virginia. It appears to be a huge night for Democrats. What is the national story to you?
You know, I think what this night is starting and shaping up to represent is that Americans everywhere are not going to be scared. We will not be intimidated by an administration that is violating the rights and making life hard and unaffordable for every single American in this country. And we will send in a wave of Democrats that not bow to this administration, but stand up to this administration, and doing so in the interests of working families, in the interest to make life affordable, housing affordable, and to stand for the civil rights of all.
Have you been at all surprised by the level of energy and engagement here in New York, but across the country in a sort of off-cycle year?
You know, I have to tell you, in my traveling across the country, I am hearing and have been seeing consistent things from everyday people. And it is that they are terrified, they are frustrated, they are angry, and they are shocked by a president that thinks he has total impunity and is violating the values that we hold dear, our liberties and our freedoms. And so I'm not surprised, but I am very encouraged by everyday people tonight.
A lot of conversation right now about, well, who is the face of the Democratic Party at this point? Is it Zohran Mamdani? Is it Abigail Spanberger? Who is the face, the soul of the party in your view? Or is it all of them?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. This is a similar debate that I saw happen when I was first elected. And at the end of the day, I don't think that our party needs to have one face. Our country does not have one face. It's about all of us as a team together, and we all understand the assignment. Our assignment everywhere is to send the strongest fighters for the working class wherever possible. In some places, like Virginia for the gubernatorial seat, that's going to look like Abigail Spanberger. In New York City, unequivocally, it is Zohran Mamdani.
Trump has long threatened to pull funding from this city. We know that there's a plan to bring more ICE agents here soon. And he's been very clear about the fact. He endorsed Cuomo last night in the 11th hour. Are you at all afraid of what that fight is going to look like in the coming weeks? Do you think Mamdani is ready to take on President Trump?
Well, you know, it doesn't surprise me. You know, President Trump is a 34-time convicted felon, and he is endorsing a sexual harasser that has multiple accusations, very credible accusations and investigations against them. Birds of a feather, you know, they flock together, and we have to understand how grave this threat is. We know that Donald Trump has not only been convicted of committing crimes, but that the Supreme Court has given him a blank check to continue to commit crimes while in office. So we cannot underestimate the threat and the danger of this moment, but we cannot respond to that threat with cowardice. We cannot respond to that threat with complying in advance. We have to respond to that threat with a strong, organized, cohesive, and strategic effort to fight for working families, rule of law, and civil rights for every American across age, ethnicity, gender, and geography. And I believe that we can do that.
I have to tell you, as I was out at polling locations today, as much as Democrats were talking about Trump, they were also angry with the Democratic establishment, and they were calling people out like Chuck Schumer, Hillary Clinton, who they felt at points, in their view, disrespected Zohran Mamdani during this campaign, that they should have shown him more support, that they had heard these Democrats say vote blue no matter who in the past, that didn't seem to apply at this point. Do you think after what we're seeing tonight, there will be more unity in the Democratic Party? Are things going to change?
Well, you know, I think it speaks to the absolutely heroic effort that not just Zohran Mamdani put together, but so many people who participated and were brought together by his campaign. Because they were not just tasked with defeating a Republican. They were also tasked with defeating the old guard of the Democratic Party that essentially led us to many of the perils of this moment. So he had a two-front war to win, which is what makes his victory so deeply impressive. And I do think that this moment, a lot of people who are willing to talk about party unity when it serves them, but not party unity when it serves everybody, it puts those folks on notice. And I think it also folks on notice that we have a future to plan for. We have a future to fight for. And we're either going to do that together or you're going to be left behind. And I think that that is not a partisan issue. It's not about progressive. It's not moderate. It's not liberal. This is about, do you understand the assignment of fighting fascism right now? And the assignment is to come together across difference no matter what.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, thank you so much for giving us some of your time tonight. I know there are a lot of people waiting to hear from you, of course, from their future mayor or new mayor. Thank you so much. It's great to see you tonight.